I mean, can we even start the video unless you hit the subscribe button? I don't think so. Run it back, sis. Run it back. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Indica Monique's channel, and if you're new, welcome here. My name is Indica Monique. Thank you so much for being here. So today we're going to be talking about the new Fenty Beauty We're Even Hydrating Concealer, and honestly, I'm so glad that it's a hydrating concealer because I'm a dry skin babe. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. I can't wait to share with you guys all of my thoughts and opinions on this concealer. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any future uploads, and let's go. Okay guys, so we have the new Fenty Beauty We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this everywhere. So if you guys don't know, Fenty used to have a hydrating foundation, and that was honestly my favorite foundation of all foundation. If that foundation was still out right now, I would still currently be using that foundation. Right now, my favorite foundation is the Makeup by Mario Sorrel Skin Foundation. This is what I have on today. And this just gives you like medium coverage and a really pretty glow. So this is like definitely what I recommend, but that one was like that too. And honestly, they still have it on the Sephora website right now, but there's only a few shades in it left and it's discounted. So if you can find it in your shade, bag it, because it is like medium to full coverage and so hydrating. I used to be in the shade 290, and I'm gonna need her to come back out with that, and this is like a sign that it's a possibility that it will come back out because we're getting a hydrating concealer. So let's get that hydrating foundation too. So let's go ahead and open this up. I have mine in the shade 290W, so I believe this is like light to medium skin tones with a warm undertone. Normally I go more neutral. I definitely have yellow tones to my skin, but there's also, it's very like olive neutral-ish, and it's kind of changed over the years. So this is the packaging for this concealer. So let's go ahead and get into some claims of this. And I do have my pink iPhone 15 Plus, and I'm in love with it. If you guys are wondering about that phone, you definitely need it. So like I said, this is the Fenty Beauty We're Even Hydrating Longwear Waterproof Concealer. Was it their eavesdrop product? I believe they said that was like waterproof, like the skin tint. I think they said that was waterproof as well. So this retails for $30. It does have pretty good reviews at this time right now. There is 50 shades in this concealer, which is amazing, and honestly you would expect nothing less from Riri, because it's like, girl, you as a billionaire, like you better come out with like a good shade range. If she didn't have a good shade range, that would be very sus, and I don't think I would be able to understand it, because it's like, girl, you got that bag, so we need that shade range. Okay, so this is a 12-hour hydrating longwear concealer that comes in a wide range of medium coverage shades with a natural second skin finish. And if you guys know me, I love and I live for like a really natural, dewy, glowy, hydrating skin type finish. Like I'm not really into the matte type of products, mainly because my skin is more on the dry side, especially now in the winter and like the fall time when it's cold outside. My skin is like, babe, look, this isn't gonna get it. The drying products are just not gonna work out for me, and that's the thing. You have to come to find out what your skin likes and what works for your skin. And I know that hydrating, it has like a little slant to it, which I actually like. I am gonna let you guys know that I've tried this concealer. Actually, this would be my third time trying this concealer, so this is kind of not even like a first impression. This is like, I got the tea. So now that I got you up a little bit more close and personal, if you guys were wondering, this robe is from Victoria's Secret, and I live in a robe. Like my mom's always like, you're always in a robe. I'm always in a robe. Like if this building, God forbid, were to catch on fire and I had to go outside, I'm going outside in my robe and my slippers that match. So this is how you know that I trust Riri, because I went out to a baby shower to meet my boyfriend's dad's side of the family, and I had never tried this concealer at that point. And it's like, honestly, when you go to things, events, or you know, places where you know need to be looking your best, you can't really be testing out products. Like anybody got time to be testing out a concealer that may be creasing, cracking, breaking up, just looking crazy, just, you know, not long lasting. You know, who got time for that? But I knew that I could put my trust in Rihanna, because it's like, she just comes out with good quality products. I feel like she cares, and I just knew that she's not gonna let me down. Good sis knows what she's doing, and when it comes to a hydrating concealer, I feel like she can do that. Like I didn't really like her other concealer, but the fact this is hydrating and I loved her hydrating foundation, I was like, let's do it. So let's just start off with that right there. This is a formula that you definitely have time to blend it out. It's not like one of those concealers, oh my gosh, if you don't start working it out, you're gonna look crazy. Like, you got time to go ahead and blend it out. And I don't know if you guys saw how easy that just melted into my skin, but it's almost literally like butter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out the other side. Look at this concealer, y'all. It looks so good. So I did have the Makeup by Mario foundation on, like I did mention. I did use a little bit of, let me see. This is the Merit Lightning Balm. And I put a little bit of this on just to give me a bit of a glow. Because my skin has just been really, really dry. And honestly, I just wanted a little bit of a moment. But look at how easily that blended. And that was just one quick application. You see how it's very glowy. I mean, that's not even just this. This concealer has a naturally just pretty finish. It's not a super glowy finish. That just looks good. And that was just that one amount that I put right there. So let's go ahead and brighten up some other areas of the face. Chin, nose, and just a little here. Let's go ahead and brighten that up, and then we can build up the concealer just to show you guys that this is a buildable finish. I would definitely agree with the claims that this is like a medium coverage concealer, but I think you can get a little good amount of coverage out of this. Like, I'm not mad at it at all. It's not something that's like almost nothing. Another concealer that I've been loving, the Essence Keep Me Covered concealer. This is one of my favorite concealers right now as well, but I heard really good things about the Tower 28 concealer too, so I want to try that out. But right now, I knew I had to go Fenty. So if you guys can see, look how bright everything is looking. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend the nose out, and it just blends and morphs into the skin like it's second nature, honestly. Like, it just takes no time. It's minimal effort completely. I don't waste time. Like, it's just such a easy product to blend out, honestly. A little bit of brightness now going into the T-zone. So let's go ahead and build this concealer up. I'm going to show you guys that it is a buildable babe. And I'm sorry if the lighting is fluctuating. I do have a ring light on the way. Should be here by Saturday, which today's Friday. So when I get here, I'll be able to film even when I get off work. Because when I get off work, the lighting, it looks crazy. Like, I filmed this video, was it Thursday? I believe it was Thursday or Wednesday. It was one of those days, but I put it on and it was so dark in here, and I'm just like, I need y'all to be able to see what's going on. And if you guys were wondering, these lashes are the Libre lashes in the style number 6. So these are the half lashes. They come in the box like this. This is I Love Saeed's lash brand. So I've been really enjoying these lashes, as well as just regular Kiss lashes are my go-to. But let's stop talking about that. That's not why we're here. I do have multiple lash videos if you're curious, but let's build up this concealer. I wouldn't mind getting a different shade. Not saying that this is a bad shade. I would want to go up in shades just to get something a little bit, I don't know. I'm gonna kind of let that dry, and while I do, I'm gonna use a little bit of the Fenty Gloss Bomb. Mine is like freaking disgusting. I be throwing this thing in my purse and just letting it live its best life, traveling wherever it decides to go. But this is in the shade Sweet Mouth. So let's just put a little bit of gloss on. So let's go ahead and blend it out. Look at that, y'all. Oh, looks so good. Don't even lie. Like, look at this concealer. It's concealering so good. And you can also use it to kind of cover up any other imperfections you're having. Like, I do have a little bit of post-acne marks on this side. I have been using I used it once, the Paula's Choice Salicylic Acid, the liquid exfoliant. I normally just use Glow Recipes ABH toner, and that normally helps me, but my skin has just been acting up. I've been trying a lot of new products, granted, because my job, I do work for Sephora from home, and we did like a lot. This last promo from Christmas time and holiday time was so crazy. So they ended up sending us a huge gift box with like a bunch of stuff in it, and a lot of it was skincare. And I'm like, I'm so scary when it comes to trying out skincare. So I was like, I waited so long because I just know, I hear so many good things about that product, but then granted, my skin is crazy and she might not agree with it, and then I'm gonna be so mad having, you know, breakouts. And it's just like, I hate breakouts. I hate breakouts for anybody, especially me, but I don't want that for anybody. I want you to be living your best life with clear glowy, flawless skin. I did use the, what did I use, girl? I used the Rare Beauty one, which is bronzer. This is a really good bronzer for beginners. I recommend this to honestly anybody because it just looks good. So now that we've done that, we can go ahead and set it. So my two favorite powders from the drugstore are e.l.f. and Maybelline Fit Me. These are like the best powders. The first day that I tried this out, I used this powder and this one. Like I used this one first and went over it with this one. The second day I used it, I just used this, and this is the way I prefer it. Not saying I don't love this powder, I absolutely love it, but something about the way it looked when I set it with this, I gotta do it again. So I'm also gonna use a cute little powder puff moment. You can get these on Amazon. Really, mind this, it's like foundation and everything, but this is such a great thing. And also it's just so cute. It just reminds me of like a cute little old lady that has her dresser with her huge powder puff, like, you know, like how ladies used to have those huge powders and they just put powder all over them, all over their face, and like powder themselves. That's what this gives me when I use it. It's just like giving me like I'm powdering myself, okay? It's giving the ladies that say like, excuse me, I need to go to the ladies room, instead of saying the restroom. Nostalgic vibes. So I do go ahead and dip the powder puff in here, and I take off any excess product on the back of my hand. But honestly guys, this concealer is so pretty. Hold on. This is like a concealer I would recommend if someone was getting married. Like it lasts, it looks so smooth. Only if I was getting married. Somebody tag my man and tell him to get down on one knee because I'm ready. Like I'm just finding all the products for that day that I'm gonna be in love with. So when that day comes, I'm gonna be knowing exactly what concealer, what foundation I'm gonna be using, okay? I mean, I'm not, you know, married yet, but I got a little something. I got a promise ring, you guys can see. So might not be married yet, but I'm working towards a little something, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to this side. I don't know if you guys saw how flawless that set was though. I don't know why this powder looked so much better than the e.l.f. one, because normally I feel this way about the e.l.f. one, but this powder setting this concealer, it's a must. Like if you don't have this powder, it's so affordable that I'm gonna need you to go get it. Like if you're buying the Fenty concealer, you can afford the Maybelline powder, period, because this is like such a smoothing powder. Look at this. And honestly, when we're talking creasing, it's very minimal and it's very smooth. Like this powder is comparable to the Huda Beauty powder, and honestly I just use it to kind of pick up anything extra. That's why I really like the little puff. It's just like you're packing the powder in versus, I don't know, using a brush and a sponge. This just gives you such an even and smooth application. But I'm gonna show you guys how to like slay your face in like 2.5 seconds, because the rest of this routine requires minimal, if not any effort. Powders, this is the what brush is this? This is Makeup by Ariel with Morphe, but I don't know which number. A21. So I'm just using this to kind of dust away excess powder. Let's quickly do the rest of the makeup. I have a little bit of makeup products right here that I'm just gonna quickly do my makeup with and show you guys how to get this quick, achievable makeup look. Just heard like the AC turn on or something. So I'm just taking my other brushes for Makeup by Ariel. I totally recommend that set. I've heard there's like a dupe on Amazon for this brush set, but I'm just gonna drag this everywhere, pull a little Kim K moment with the 3. Honestly, you can't go wrong with the NARS Laguna bronzer. I have it, so I use it and I actually enjoy it, and it takes me forever to hit pan on this little mini that I have, so I like that too. Like it really doesn't take much to build up a little bit of warmth. Okay, so now that we did that, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Luminoso blush. This is the Baked Blush by Milani. This one is almost like a blush and highlighter in one, because it gives you a little bit of glow to your skin as well. And I'm just gonna take a small tapered brush from the first set, and I'm just gonna use this as blush. No, you know, cream or liquid blush today. But anyways, that blush is so pretty with this powder. It just gives you such a little glow to the skin. It's like this little sheer gold blush, and I put a little bit on the nose too. Again, y'all, look at this. Very, very bright and smooth. Like, that's what I love, the smoothness of this concealer though. So now I need to go ahead and do lips. I already did my brows. I need some more brow products. Honestly, all I've been using is the ABH Clear Brow Gel. And then I use a little bit of eyeshadow because I don't have any more brow products. I need to buy some. It's kind of like the last thing that I ever worry about purchasing. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of lip liner. This is the LYS lip liner in the shade, I believe, Devoted. So I just wiped a bit of it off just so it's not throwing off the lip liner completely. But then I just go ahead and align eyelids. And I don't overline because I just feel like I got more than enough lip. And honestly, lip lining might look good on Instagram and TikTok with a filter for 2 seconds. In real life, you might get clocked. Like, for real. Like, you're gonna look crazy because in real life you could see angles and things that you can't see on camera. And honestly, it's just like, no shade to you if you do line your lips and it works out, but it's just never really worked out for me. And then I'm just gonna take This Is Milky gloss in the shade Milk and Honey. This is like one of my favorite lip glosses of all time. It's just such a pretty shade because it's like, it's glossy but it's buttery. It's a really good lip gloss. I love this lip gloss. Will forever repurchase it. This is like my second time purchasing it because I run through it like crazy for some reason. Normally I would go in with like a little bit of highlight in the inner corners and like the brow bone, but this, like, the creasing is so minimal. It sets so good with this powder. You need to do this combo because honestly I feel like you will fall in love with this concealer even more set with this powder. Like, the smoothing effect, I'm pretty sure the Huda Beauty powder will kind of give that same effect, but if you're looking for something affordable, this is the powder to set with your concealer right here. Okay guys, so my overall thoughts on this concealer right here is it is bomb. It's 10 out of 10. I so totally recommend this concealer. I can't recommend it enough to you guys. Like, honestly, this is one of the best concealers of 2024. Like, she started off the year with a bang. This is so good. Totally worth your $30. I think the shade range is impeccable, honestly. Like, she's doing her thing with the shade range. She's stepping on next. 50 shades. You could definitely find your shade range. There's so many undertones. I would definitely probably pick up a different shade in this. For right now, it's fine. For like the winter, I love how bright this looks. But for the summertime and stuff like that, I would definitely want to get something a bit more neutral and a bit darker because, you know, I'm at my lightest right now. But this, so recommend. Won't be returning this. We'll be keeping it. Definitely will be picking up a different shade. Probably around like the spring sale, I'll probably pick up a different shade of this. But it's good. Like, this is worth it. And it lasts. That's the thing. I can definitely attest to the longevity of it because it's not my first time trying it out. And I can let you guys know that the longevity on this concealer is like forever until you wash it off. Like, I have had no issues with it. When I wore it out to the baby shower, it lasted the whole time. I wore it the other day. It lasted till I washed it off. I mean, granted, that day I did nothing but edit. So I was just sitting there. It's not like I was like sweating and freaking, you know, going crazy or anything. But it lasts. Like, I have no issues with this concealer lasting. I feel like you can use this for contouring. There's a shade for everybody. Like, I'm pretty sure you can find something to contour in this line. You know, it'll just work out. Contour, bronzing, you'll find something in this. And yeah, my makeup just looks good. It looks smooth. I mean, granted, that also does play a part with this powder. That's what I'm telling you guys. This is a good combo. Like, you need to try out this combo with that powder. You're gonna look snatched all day long. So what are you waiting for? Add to cart, snatch up this concealer. It's bomb. 10 out of 10, recommends this concealer. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe down below for your girl. And until then, you're gonna have to catch my next video. So